Three. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Ronnie McKee with Ronnie Sports Corner. I'm back with my guy, Sam Shields. He here with
What's
me.
going on?
I know it's been a while. Sorry about the long break, but I'm back. Gonna have a lot of stuff. It's about to be a whole bunch of NBA coming. You'll see me with a whole bunch of NBA going forward, given that the NFL is counting down. But since I haven't spoke to y'all since Penix has started, I'm gonna get into all my NFL. We only got 2 games left, so I want to get into a whole bunch of NFL. Um, for y'all before I start, like, subscribe, and comment on what y'all want to hear me talk about next. That's just before I start. But now I'm about to get started. All right, so as everybody know, we got 2 games left. We got the Bills, Chiefs, and we got Washington versus Eagles. Um, if you go back to our first video, we didn't guess this. Um, I I had possibly Chiefs and Ravens. I wasn't high on the Bills. I thought they'd make it to playoffs, but I wasn't high on them, given that I thought that Stephon Diggs was going to be a big loss. So wrong on that accord. I think I picked the Eagles 49ers. I think I can't remember. Or I might pick. I don't know. I hate Detroit too much to pick Detroit, so I doubt I picked
Yeah.
them. But but I think I might pick the Eagles 49ers. So we're completely off on that one. His prediction. You can tell people I can't really remember. You can tell them what
I was
you
gonna say,
think your guess was.
I think I had the same predictions as you did. I think I had the Ravens, which were a letdown,
I
and
had the Ravens
then
too, so they let me down too.
yeah. So I think I had them. They let me down, and then on the NFC side, I can't remember, but I think it was it had to be the Eagles or 49ers, just because how good they played last year.
Yeah. So like I said, way off, way off. We're gonna
Yeah.
get into these games coming up this weekend. We're gonna get into those games, but for now, like I said, I've been off for a few weeks, so we didn't get to talk about my quarterback. As for y'all who don't know, we like debate about this shit off camera a lot,
A
a
lot.
lot. So first of all, we're gonna bring it on to the camera so y'all can hear some of his stories. First of all, he sat over here and he disrespected the Falcons a lot. He did. Now now keep in mind
You can't
for
tell me any disrespect I said, but all right.
so a 5 week span when Kirk Cousins was struggling, I'm sitting over here telling them like I don't trust our quarterback. I don't trust our quarterback. Telling them the whole time. Now when the season ends, like we don't go to playoffs, he is on us like, shoot, your team ain't even make it to a playoff. I'm like, our quarterback had a 5 week span where he threw 1 touchdown and he threw like 9 interceptions. I'm okay. We're arguing about that. I'm like, okay. Now y'all
You're
can go
spinning the
back to my
narrative wrong. That didn't happen. I never said that's why y'all didn't make it to the playoffs. He's lying, but okay, go ahead. You spinning the narrative. Go ahead. I would never
hey,
say that as a Vikings fan. I could
hey,
never say that's why y'all didn't make it.
hey, I'm happy about my QB coming into next year, Michael Penix. I told y'all I was a fan of him. So I'm happy about my quarterback going into next year. But we're gonna get back to this argument we was having. Now I told y'all, if y'all go back and look, I told y'all about Sam Darnold. I told y'all about the honeymoon phase and everything like that. And Sam Darnold made me look like a genius the last 2 games. He made me look like I could see the future. Sam Darnold went out there and said, you know what? That guy, Ronnie, on Ronnie Sports Corner, he knows what he's talking about. Because not only did he choke against Detroit, because they just said all out blitzes. They said, we're just gonna blitz the guy. We're just gonna blitz him because guess what? He can't he can't throw an accurate pass when he's being blitzed. And guess what the Rams said? Rams said we're gonna do the exact same thing. And like I said, all those qualities that he had Jay Jez, Jordan Addison, Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell was sitting over there like, I don't know what else I can call. He's sitting to the side asking himself, how can I coach this guy better? And the answer is Sam Darnold.
This
That's
is
what your
crazy.
answer is.
It
That's
was
the
crazy.
change.
I
It
think I
sounds
think
fun.
I think I think us as sport fans have been spoiled, and that's why I think you have this honeymoon take and oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm right. You're asking a guy who came in who we expected not to do anything, came in and led a team to 14-3. Now you can say it's a honeymoon phase, whatnot. I feel like we was just on a hot streak, but we gave a guy that's never been in our system an opportunity to come in, and in this single year he's been here, he took a team 14-3. To me, that's pretty much unheard of.
No,
To
no,
me,
no.
that's pretty much
Okay,
unheard of.
okay.
So
So
go ahead.
he had a good season. Okay,
A
out
great season, a fantastic
as
season.
okay. As much as I was on Sam Darnold, he had a great season. Okay, top five, top six MVP. Probably I'll probably say six because them five were probably going to the people who are mostly in the playoffs or something like that. So I'm gonna go to top six. So he had a good season. I'm not gonna disagree with that. But my thing was that's the best you was gonna get from him. I don't think he got any better. Like that was probably the best you'll see him ever play in his life.
I don't think so. I think once you actually learn the system, because I feel like a lot of what happened, especially towards the end of the season, we only lost to two teams the whole season. Uh, we only lost to two teams this whole season. A lot of what happened, I feel like, came down to hey, this playbook isn't fully mine. Also, he was dealing with a pinky injury. Not saying that's going to be the main excuse, but he did have a pinky injury. And you can't lie. Even though you were saying that you don't, you can laugh. But even though you were saying, oh, I didn't like Kirk Cousins, there were a lot of off camera arguments where you were trying to put down Sam Darnold, comparing him to Kirk Cousins. I remember it. It was after them Bucks games that you was really feeling it. So when you sit here on camera and say, oh my gosh, I was telling you guys this whole time, I really didn't care. No, there's times where we were having legit arguments about who was the better quarterback up until you guys came and played us in Minnesota. Maybe the week before, but it wasn't too far off, and that was all the way in December. So we're on the back half of the season already. Either way, he was dealing with a pinky injury. We did see his play decline. So even though you can laugh. Either way, he still was dealing with a pinky injury, and I still think he's played to a super high level. The Rams
No,
aren't no pushover, and then
okay, so
Detroit wasn't no pushover. We lost to Detroit for the past 2 years. I think we're 0-4 against Detroit for the past two seasons. So I'm not going to put that all on Sam Darnold.
all right. Let me stop. Let me stop over exaggerating. Okay, here's the thing about Sam Darnold. He had a good season. I do think he can have a better season, given that he'll be, he'll know offense better and stuff like that. That's just me being completely honest.
He
My
won't be
thing
here for next
is,
season, though. I don't think so. I think he goes off and get paid somewhere. I do think that.
y'all know for y'all know for franchising tagging.
We're known for selling too. You should know best. And Trace takes that as disrespect, y'all, as well. I figured out if I agree with him on something, it automatically is disrespect. He'll say something about his team, and I'll say, you know what, that does kind of make sense. Y'all could have really went this route, and he'll say, nah, that's disrespect. That's what he did. That's what he did, y'all.
No, this is a disrespect that I said, bro. So throughout the weeks that we were struggling, my bad. We don't get into Lamar next, by the way. I wanted to get into that too before we get into these last four teams in the playoffs. So I sat over here and told him the whole time while Kirk Cousins was struggling, I said, he's not making mistakes that he was making rookie mistakes. He wasn't making mistakes that veterans, you're like, oh, well, he just got you. Like, if somebody catch a pick, and let's just say it's a jump ball, and somebody gets a pick, you're like, well, damn, the cornerback just made a good play. But he was making plays where you like a rookie could have saw that wasn't a good pass. Like throwing 4 picks against the Chargers, that was before we played y'all. I said, you gotta get this guy out of here. But we kept him. Now, to their knowledge, we probably lost to the Vikings anyway, given that Michael Penix, that was been his first week, and then y'all defense was kind of sporadic as far as you didn't know where that blitz was coming from. Y'all play a weird style. But y'all had a top defense also. I'm gonna give y'all credit. Y'all had a top defense. So I understand throwing Kirk Cousins out there, but like I said, the fact of the matter is he probably should have lost his job weeks ago. He was making rookie mistakes, not even mistakes that some of those mistakes weren't even mistakes that rookies make. Like And like I said, for the most part, it was just I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it. And for y'all who don't know, this man sat over here and told me I ever since my team's lost. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had a problem with my eye, so I wasn't able to like come on here and talk about this. And he sat over here and told me I was not I was hiding because my team had lost. Y'all see, I'm sitting over here with Georgia. I got Georgia behind me. I'm talking about the Falcons. I'm still a Falcons fan. I got the Hawks with basketball. I mean, whatever you want to say about the Hawks, I stick with
I'm
them.
gonna
I stick
start
with
putting
all,
the
but
violin music behind you right now. I'm about to start playing the sad violin in the back. Just, hey, that is hilarious. Now, man, hey, man, I'm rocking with you, supporting your teams, man, for sure. I'm supporting the Falcons too. Oh, never mind, that's not the Falcons. My bad. I thought I had on a different shirt. I was supporting the Falcons yesterday, man.
well, I just had to say that comment. I just had to say that comment because that had nothing to do with what we was talking about. But I just had to say a comment. But
That's a fact.
but we gonna get into some real stuff. I did want to talk about our teams because given that, like I said, I've been probably gone for 2 or 3 weeks. And I wasn't able to talk about the Falcons. We wasn't able to talk about the Vikings, Sam Darnold, everything like that. But now, kind of want to get into some current stuff. Obviously, Lamar Jackson probably about to win his third MVP. And he came up short again. For the most part, I kind of wanted to get into this because like I said, this is a debate we keep having. Everybody keeps trying to take the mantle away from Mahomes. And like I said, Lamar probably gonna kill the stats every single year. Because he's a dangerous quarterback that can run as good as he can run. And then he's a I don't want to say a great thrower, but he's a very, very, very good thrower. So and his legs make up for a lot of like the bad throws that he makes. So the fact of the matter is, he's going to go crazy with stats every year. But we got to stop trying to take this mantle away from Mahomes and give it to other people, and they haven't shown that they can beat him yet.
Yeah.
And like I said, Lamar, he might be the second best quarterback of his generation. Well, not this generation, but right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, between him, Josh Allen, whichever higher you want to do it. Obviously, Josh Allen won the last game. I don't feel like Josh Allen did a lot to win that game. I just feel like
No,
he,
I think they said only had like 120 some throwing yards or something. Something
yeah,
low
yeah.
like that. He
I was,
didn't perform at a high level, but he also didn't turn the ball over at all.
yeah,
So
that's why I'm about to say. I feel like Josh Allen. I feel like Josh Allen and don't go crazy on this. I feel like he's taking kind of my Holmes route as far as I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to win. Now,
yeah,
most people are looking at my home stats now and they're like, well, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. And this is why I tell people all the time. You can sit over here and say this man's defense is carrying him and stuff like that. How many people got good defenses? We see quarterbacks with great defenses and they lose games. This man has went to 5, 6, 7 conference finals, and he's done it with bad defenses, good defenses. He just does what it takes to win. I feel like when Lamar gets that, like, not to say Lamar is all about his stats, but I feel like his thing is when you see his stats more. Like when he fumbled the ball, that was him trying to make another play, or maybe he could just went down.
yeah.
That interception, I don't even know what to say about that interception. I didn't see nobody over there, so I don't even know what to say about that interception. But but like I said, it's just certain things that you look at with Lamar and you like, if he just does what it takes to win the game, like for them, winning that game might have been giving the ball to Derrick Henry a lot. It might
Yeah.
have been. Just
They could have. I was gonna
yeah.
say that game they should have. I was
Mhm.
gonna because
Yeah.
especially when they were going for the 2 point conversion at the end. That's a time
Mhm.
where you can give Derrick Henry the ball and let it go in. You don't have to lead a ball up to chance and put Mark Andrews in that situation, which he should have caught the ball. I will say that Mark Andrews low key did choke away that game for them. Even though Lamar had the 2 turnovers, You can't have a
You
turnover
can't. You can't.
and a drop
I,
like
I,
that.
I'm saying with those turnovers, you can't put the game completely on anybody because you can
Yeah,
say what Lamar did in the first half. You can say about what Mark Andrews did in the second half. Like you can't put that game completely on anybody. Like some of his Derrick Henry had like two drops himself. So it's
hmm
like you can't put it completely on anybody. Like
yeah, for
you can
sure not.
honestly say that's a full team loss. But the thing about it is, like I keep saying,
It keeps happening.
um, yeah, yeah. And that's my thing. It's like people like, well, he just got bad luck. I'm like, not to say that they aren't wrong. Like he does have bad luck. But I'm saying when you look at the other quarterback who y'all keep trying to take the mantle away from, yes, he's not putting up the godly numbers anymore, but he's just doing what it takes to win. And at this point, he's stacking up conference finals. We don't know about Super Bowl yet, but he's won 3 Super Bowls. So and for us to try to take this mantle away from him without nobody winning a Super Bowl yet is kind of it is crazy right now.
Yeah, and I think that's just them trying to fight and look for who's the next, who's going to be the next one, who's going to be the first one. And maybe, Josh Allen this year can be the one to do that because, like you said, I think he has taken the approach of I'm going to do whatever it's needed to win a game. I think I've seen something the other day talking about how he changed up his throwing mechanics last year and how it's helped him become a better thrower. And if one game is obvious on how he's changed was that last one. I mean, that last game versus Baltimore, he legit. I'm used to Josh Allen throwing for 300-400 yards. Like
Yeah.
I, he's arm slinging that ball. Now I don't necessarily see that too much unless he needs to, unless it calls for it. Like they're barely calling his number to run the ball. Like that game, they barely call his number to run the ball that much. They're just basically handing the ball off, and it made sense because of weather conditions, but it was still,
He threw seven
it,
passes in the first half.
yeah, exactly. That is crazy. That is crazy. But I watched that guy Patrick Mahomes as well, and he's on another level, man. I don't. People can complain about him trying to get the calls and not stepping all the way out of bounds or all that stuff. Completely understand.
It's not that I don't agree with people with that, but I'm saying the guy does what it takes to win. Even
Yeah,
if you don't call that stuff, he still wins somehow. Like,
yeah,
and that's why I keep trying to say I'm like everybody making all these like, well, he got a defense. What happened when he didn't have a defense? Oh, he had Tyreek Hill. Okay, when he did have Tyreek Hill and his wide receivers was dropping all those passes. Well, he had a holding call at the end of the game. He he just wins. I
sure.
mean, it's no other way to put it. He just wins. And like I said, I feel like somebody's going to have to take the mantle away from him. And the thing about it is, people keep trying to take the mantle away from him for 1 year. Like they tried to do a Joe Burrow thing. Joe Burrow hasn't made it back since. Like even this year, let's just say Josh Allen does win. Just because Josh Allen won this one time doesn't negate that this man has won 3.
Yeah,
So I'm like, y'all keep trying to prematurely take the mantle away. People are going to have to consistently beat this man for you to take the mantle away from him. And like I said, that's not an easy task because Josh Allen has lost him 2 times, has he not?
you said what?
Josh Allen lost him in the playoffs 2 times, right? Or
Yeah,
is it 3?
I think
No,
it's
it's
two.
3.
It's
He
three.
lost. Yeah, he lost 3 times. So I'm like, y'all keep trying to prematurely. So if Josh Allen wins this one time, he took it away.
They're gonna call you a homeboy in the comments, man. They gonna think we.
I'm not even trying to be like because
Yeah,
I'm Penix anyway. Like I
yeah,
stick with
yeah,
my
yeah.
quarterback. But my thing is like I just hear a lot of people just keep trying to take the mantle away. And it's like you can't take the mantle away until you do it consistently. This man has done it since he started, he's done it consistently.
Yeah.
Since Lamar has started, Lamar has pretty much done it consistently. Other than the playoffs, that's what we talk about with Lamar. But
Yeah,
like I
that
said, we'll
AFC,
get
man, they ain't no joke over there.
yeah.
They ain't no
Yeah,
joke.
that's why I'm glad I'm in the NFC. Like
Yeah.
we done.
We at least get
Let's get to NFC. So we talking
yeah.
about the Eagles in Washington. Now the argument has been this year is Jaden Daniels the best quarterback in the NFC. And it's an accurate argument.
I thought he was the best quarterback coming out the draft, but right now,
No,
yeah.
no, no. I agree. I agree. Like I said, when they kept talking about him slipping, they talking the Falcons possibly picking him up. I was like, they not gonna be that stupid.
Yeah.
They not gonna be that stupid. 17 should not be that stupid to let that man slip.
Yeah, he was elite. He was elite,
So
man.
so like I said, and before the season, I think y'all can look at my first one. I said Washington had weapons before he got there. They didn't have a quarterback, but they had weapons before he got there. Terry McLaurin is a top 10 wide receiver. You got I know these people by their last names. I'm sorry, I don't know their first name. You
You
got
got Hurts
Brown,
over there.
yeah, you got Hurts, you got Zacchaeus, you got Eckler, you got Robinson Jr. Like, so they got weapons, they just didn't have a quarterback.
They
Now
didn't have
when
a
you see
quarterback,
like
offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. They didn't have. Hey, that
yeah,
whole front is new. And your
yeah,
boy, your
Dan
boy.
Quinn,
Yeah.
got nothing against Dan Quinn. I just say like I say him and Kyle Shanahan blew that Super Bowl, and ever since then, like Kyle Shanahan had blown 2 other Super Bowls. So I mean, that's I'm not taking nothing away from him. He's a good coach. He's a great coach, but he blew a Super Bowl. I mean, that's just what happened. But but yeah, the guy, like I said, we can say Jay McDaniels. I mean, my bad, Jayden Daniels. My bad. Let's stop saying McDaniels. Daniels is possibly the best quarterback in the NFC, possibly. And then he's on the other side. On the other side, you got Jalen Hurts, who he's in the argument also. I wouldn't put Jalen Hurts over. Like I said, I want to get into both these teams. I'm not from the Eagles. Their defense is dominant. They got a
Mm-hmm.
dominant defense, but they
Dominant run game.
offense. I was just about to say that it's a dominant run game, but they pass game leaves a lot to be desired. It leaves a lot to be desired. I'm like,
Especially
and
this
you got
season.
yeah, and you got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So I'm trying to figure out like why is it so difficult?
You know it's bad when AJ Brown is reading books on the sideline. He said he's done it for like 5 games. I said, "Oh wow, you're really not
No,
locked in at
he's
all."
upset. No, he's upset. You
Yeah,
don't read books. You don't read books unless you're trying to calm down. Like for
he
anybody
didn't
who's a
read
book
books in
reader,
college.
yeah,
Okay, let
for
me stop.
anybody, yeah, for anybody who's a book reader, you read books and it calms you down. You just get into a whole different mode. Now, why are you trying to get into a whole different mode while you're in the football game? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's something going on. I don't think he's gonna be here next year unless they win the Super Bowl. I don't think he's gonna be here next year. They have been
You think
arguing
he's that upset?
last year.
You think he's that upset?
Been arguing with them since last year.
Yeah,
And like I said, Devontae Smith, you got Devontae Smith, he's a elite wide receiver too. So,
he's the
like I
wide
said,
receiver one on a lot of teams.
yeah. So you got those two right there. Washington got their offense is just dynamic, and it's dynamic in a different way. Like Jaden Daniels just does whatever he needs to do. If you need him to pass, he'll pass. If you need him to run, he'll run. If you need him to, I ain't gonna say block. I ain't never saw that man block before. But
I don't
he's
want
gonna
him
do
blocking. He's a little too scrawny. He's a little too
yeah.
small.
But
He's
he
Johnny
just
at the
does
block.
like what we saw in the playoffs, he just does whatever it takes to win. And that's the one thing that you want from your quarterback. And that's why I said for the most part, I think he has elevated himself. Now, keep in mind, this is one season. So next year it could be something completely different. But for right now, I believe like he elevated himself to the best quarterback in the NFC this year.
That game versus Detroit, man. That because I haven't watched a lot of Washington Commanders game. I've just been hearing about them win and whatnot. But that Detroit game, he was efficient. It
Yeah.
seemed like he couldn't miss. Seemed like he
And like I
couldn't
said,
miss. He made all
and,
the right decisions. Like he's following whatever his coach is telling him to the T. You know the little microphones in the helmets. It's like the microphone is still on for him. Like, yo, no, go this way. Hey, this person is open. Because some of those passes and some of those like decisions, especially I think it was like a fourth down decision. The confidence you have to have or instill into a rookie quarterback to say, hey, for the next 3 4th downs, we're gonna go for it, and he convert on all of them is insane.
that's what I said. So, like I said, wanted to talk about each one of these teams. Eagles, a weak defense. Jalen Carter on the top, on the front. Sweat. I think Graham is out with his injury for the season. Nolan Smith, N'Kobe Dean out for the rest of the season. Also, that might be a big loss. This game right here, given that you're going to have to spot Jaden Daniels. Um, Slay on the outside. Slay versus McCoy gonna be a pretty good matchup. Um,
Barbecue.
like I said, they got Eagles got good defense, so it's gonna be a good game. Me personally, I'm not gonna pick a side right now. I'm honestly not. I think it's gonna be a close game for sure. Gonna be a close game. You can pick your side if you want to. I'm not gonna do it
I'm
right
going
now.
Washington.
Going Washington.
If they able to stop the run or at least tame it, I got Washington. They didn't
That's a
make
good.
not a mistake. They didn't make not a mistake versus Detroit. And granted, Detroit's defense was on the decline because of all the injuries they had. They're still like a top 7 defense, so they were still a very good defense regardless. But yeah, even watching Jaden Daniels play against the Bucks, it was on another level. This
Yeah.
it's gonna take a lot, and I to me personally, I like the Bucks defense as well. I think they have a good defense front too. But yeah, I'm going with Washington. I want the young kid, the rookie, to take them where they need to go, man. I think I like the story too. So like it's a
Yeah.
real underdog story.
It's a good story. Like I said, the Eagles, if it's any team that got what it takes to beat Washington, it's the Eagles, given that they front four, they can say, okay, we're just gonna put our front four and go after him. Now, I would like to bear with N'Kobe Dean because you said front four, go after him, N'Kobe Dean be a spot. There you go. Good defense. But now it's like front four go after him. I'm not sure who a backup linebacker is. I just know that N'Kobe Dean can run sideline to sideline. I don't think that they linebacker right now can run sideline to sideline. I might be wrong, but I just don't think he can. Um, so yeah, I gotta be in a good game. Like I said, it's kind of best on best. You got the offense that's extremely efficient. You got that defense that's, you know, and at the end of the day, Saquon probably gonna have to be an MVP on offense for the Eagles, given that how much problems they having throwing the ball.
That boy
So
was different, man.
yeah,
It don't make
he
no sense.
he's
It don't
playing.
make no sense, man.
He's
That
playing
boy
like
is
I
different.
was joking. I was joking around so much at the beginning of this year because, like I said, I troll a lot. So I was joking around. I'm like, I'm trying to keep him out of the top 5, joking around. I'm like, yeah, you got Derrick Henry, you got Bijan Robinson, you got Christian McCaffrey, you got Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'm sitting over here just trying to think of another name just to keep him out. Arguing with an Eagles fan, just trying to think about another name just to keep him out. I said, okay, I guess you could say Saquon is top 5. Like I was joking around. I
That
don't
boy
even joke.
won this year.
Well, yeah, I was saying I don't even joke around about it anymore. Saquon is the best running back in the league. Like I don't even joke around about it anymore. And like I said, it's an argument between him and Derrick Henry. Thing about Derrick Henry is he can't catch the ball at backfield like Saquon.
Yep.
So that's why I put Saquon. But
Yeah, I
we
got
coming up
Saquon,
on
Derrick Henry, and probably one of them Gibbs or Montgomery guys in Detroit. Them guys are different.
Bijan over him.
Crazy, but okay. Not mad at it, but that's crazy. Every time I seen Gibbs, and maybe because I had to watch Gibbs
He
two
always
times
fresh.
out of the
Gibbs
season.
always fresh. Gibbs get
Not
a
that
run with
last matchup we
Montgomery. He
played him for
fresh.
the number 1 seed. Not that number 1 seed game. That game was insane. I think he had 4 touchdowns. I said, this guy is going crazy. That's another boy he's different. Hey, he is different. I want him on my team.
Hey, he is. But we coming up on 9 minutes left, so I want to end off with obviously the Bills, Chiefs. That's what we're gonna end off on. So I'm gonna let you start off since I started off the last one, but we got Bills and Chiefs.
Bills and Chiefs. I got this really being a close game. I think Chiefs will make it close. I feel like all their games have been close all season, so nothing we should expect differently. I do think how Josh Allen played last week isn't gonna fly versus Chiefs. He gonna
So he's
have to
gonna have to
sling
do
that
more.
rock.
He's
He
gonna
gonna
he's
have
gonna
to sling that rock. Is because if you keep it too close with Mahomes and the Chiefs, they're gonna figure out a way to win. It might come down to penalties. It's gonna come down to a crazy pass by Patrick Mahomes. Like it's gonna be something crazy where he's gonna set himself apart. They're too comfortable with winning. Like they're used to this now. It's dang near routine. It feels like for them. So I still got the Chiefs coming out and winning it unless Josh Allen can come out there and have he'll have to have one of those games to put him on that pedestal of okay. all of the MVP talk that happened this year, all of that means nothing until this Sunday, and you're gonna have to prove why you were in those conversations, pretty much in the front runner for most of the whole season.
I definitely agree. Definitely agree. So the thing about Josh Allen is he's a bruiser. So nobody wants to tackle this man in the open field. So you gotta get this man down before he start, heading that way. Now the thing about the Chiefs is one of those few teams that can get you down before you start running into open field. Because you got Chris Jones, and I don't know if anybody watched Chris Jones, but you can't block this man one-on-one. You
Yeah,
better
no.
have somebody else helping this man. And then
Double teams.
you got Karwathis over there. It's a whole bunch of people I don't know their name, but they got a good defensive line. And Spagnuolo is known for sending a blitz from you don't know where it's coming from. You just know that the blitz is coming. It might come from the corner, it might come from the safety. You might have a linebacker off the edge who looking like a defensive end. The blitz is coming from somewhere. And like I said, they one of the few teams that can get Josh Allen on the floor before he bruising the secondary, because like I said, nobody in the secondary is trying to tackle this man. So, like I said, but he's gonna have to throw the ball better. Not even better. He's gonna have to throw the ball. I have to throw the ball because I just don't think he's gonna beat the Chiefs running the ball. And I feel like this game might bring out the best of both players, Mahomes and Josh Allen. Because for one, they playing across from each other. So obviously Josh Allen wants to get back with Mahomes, obviously. I'm not about to just keep losing and be fine with it. So obviously he wants to get back. Mahomes is fighting for a three-peat, which is history. And he's fighting for, everybody basically just keep writing him off as far as trying to give the mantle to somebody else.
Yeah.
So
he got him on a carousel spanking him, boy.
yeah.
Who's next? Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen, Lamar. Who's next? Lamar, Josh Allen.
So for the most part, they fighting each other like, okay, who's this one, this one. So they fighting each other. Like I say, I think it's gonna bring out the best of each other. Both defenses, I feel like, can kind of get after the quarterback. I feel like obviously I think the Chiefs defense is better, but I do feel like Bill's defense is definitely respectable. They caused 3 turnovers against Baltimore, but it's definitely, and given all the problems that Lamar brain, and for you to cause 3 turnovers is pretty big. Sure. So I feel like this game is, like I said, it's gonna bring out the best of both of them. I got the Chiefs coming out too. I pick on this side. On the NFC, I don't know about. I'll pick on this side. I got the Chiefs coming out, but I think it's gonna be a close game for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 2-point game. If I'm being honest with you, I think it's gonna be a close game. Like I said, I feel like both quarterbacks are. I think they're gonna play their best.
Yeah, should be a good showdown, man, for sure.
Like I said,
I wouldn't be mad at a Bills Washington Super Bowl, man.
Two underdogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. I'll actually enjoy it, and I think we would get a lot of throwing. I think we would get a high scoring game for sure if we got that.
Yeah, I think, like I said, just given when you think about these Super Bowls, whether it be, let's say, Chiefs versus Washington, Chiefs versus Eagles, those both good matchup. Whether it be Bills versus the Eagles, which they had a game last year, and that was a pretty good game also, or whether it be Bills versus Washington. I think you can't go wrong with this Super Bowl as far as being able to watch it. I think for the most part, last year was a good Super Bowl. For the most part, we don't have good Super Bowls that we can watch. I can honestly say that. I like I said, I'm gonna get into NBA later. Like I said, it's just sometimes I'm watching NBA, it's just not entertaining. I feel like the NFL has done a good job keeping it entertaining. I feel like they are making too many rules. These rules are starting to take a toll on the game. Because it's like sometimes you can't tackle people. It's like, bro, y'all making way too many rules. You gotta keep in mind, it's just like with boxing. I say, you can't tell a boxer, you can't hit him like in his temple. Like he showed, hey, you know what comes with boxing? Like we know what comes with football. Now, I'm not saying I want these players to get concussions, CTEs, stuff like that. Obviously, you want to try to prevent that, but at the same time, you're taking a lot away from the game when you sitting over here taking away certain hits.
Yeah, and I feel like if they're gonna implement more rules, being able to review penalties, I think that's what needs to happen. I know that they introduced the instant review or whatever it's called into the season, which was fantastic because now I don't have to yell as much at my TV like, "What are we doing? That was a first down," or "What are we doing? That wasn't a first down." They automatically get it in with instant review. Let's go back and let's go review penalties. Like, I don't see what's the issue with doing that. If you make the wrong play or make the wrong call, you can go back and say, "Hey, that was a wrong call." Especially with a lot of these slides now, just face masks that are happening, face masks. Like, let's go back and review things. That's all. That's all. If there's going to be more rules, create more opportunity to check those rules.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely say that for sure. Like I said, I still feel like the NFL is in a good place. I just feel like for the most part, they kind of starting to take away. I still don't feel like they took everything away. I feel like they starting to take away, given all these rules that they starting to implement. But like I said, for the most part, we probably still we're still gonna watch. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, that was kind of the last one I wanted to talk about. For everybody who's watching, I want to thank y'all. Comment below and let me know who do y'all favorite to win these games. Whether it be the Chiefs, Bills. Comment your winner and comment who's your Super Bowl winner. So just comment both of those. I want to make sure that you know we we can we can pinpoint who y'all
Who
think.
was
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah. Who was wrong?
Get me
Yeah,
on record. I
yeah.
got Washington all the way. How about that? I'll say it. Washington all the way, man. Washington all the way.
Okay then. All right. Well, but we close to less than a minute. So just make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I said I'll be back for sure. We about to start talking more NBA in a little while because I said NFL is winding down. So don't see me talking a whole bunch of NBA. So whatever y'all want me to talk about, just let me know. And I'll have that coming up for y'all next. But I'm gonna thank y'all for watching. Gonna have to get out of here. Like I said, it's about to shut down. So I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
Peace.